What up, what up, what up, everybody? Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday again. Y'all hit that like button as you come on up in here. Dons. All right. Make sure you subscribe if you are not already subscribed. And again, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you bang that notification bell so that you don't miss nothing. I um listen, we about to get into some things, okay? We are here to review uh the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. This is season 15, episode 3. Okay. So we are most definitely going to be talking about that and we are going to have a time. Okay. However, before we got to get the church announcements out the way. Listen, um, on Mondays, we are going to be reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta. On Tuesdays, we're going to do the Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, College Hill on Wednesdays, weekly hot topics with Chef Don Don and friends is returning for like season 2. All right. And we'll be doing this with other content creators. Okay. So looking forward to that. All right. So our first episode is going to be dropping on this coming up Thursday, and our first guest, of course, is going to be Lamb from the Real Estate Insider. Make sure you guys are subscribed to him as well. So, yes, we are coming back and hot with season 2. Okay, period. I'm ready and I'm excited. All right. So, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button as you come on up in here because we got a lot to talk about with this review. All right. If you would like to bless the platform, you can. It will be scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Listen, let me speak to my people though. What's up, y'all? Y'all coming in here. Y'all coming in here. What's up? Simply Elegant One, of course, here already with a welcome message. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Rose. How are you? Nola Reeds is in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning. No, we don't have camera today. We don't have camera today. What's up, MC Deborah? What's going on? What's going on, Chrislyn? How are you? Cupcake 222. Period. Um D oh, I say MC Deborah. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Mia, what's up? What's up, sweet pea? What's up, Louisiana chick? What's up, everybody? What's up, Sharice? What's up, Andre? What's going on? What's going on? I'll be back soon on the camera. Well, actually, my show on Thursday. It will drop. I will be cammed up on Thursday. So y'all got to wait. Okay? Y'all got to wait. Period. Hey, Kim and Nicole, well, good morning to you too. You came in swinging already on Marlo. Believe me, we're gonna get to Marlo, but my goodness, good morning to you too. I hope are having a blessed morning. Okay. Hey, Demetria Glenn, how are you? How are you? What's up, everybody? Okay, listen, let's go ahead and get into some things when it comes to this episode. Hold up. Let me pull up my notes. Yeah, that Marlo is something else. That Marlo is something else. We most definitely are going to get to Marlo. All right. So this was hold on. How can I do this? Okay, that's wait. Hold on, y'all. Okay, bid. So this was Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15, episode 3. A star is reborn. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the episode opens up with Sheree having this brunch for Marlo and Sanya. Okay, and so they start off this brunch being shady. Okay, Marlo is stating that she's doing better with the life coach. Let me say this, Marlo, You can't make me believe that your life has changed and you are doing better, you're doing a whole 360 when um girl, you got a life coach. It ain't like you sitting on somebody's couch actually doing some therapy, actually getting the resources to get better, girl. No shade to no life coach if you're a life coach and nothing like that. But come on now, if you gonna say you changed, like I need you to seek real therapy, seek counseling for real, for real. Okay. Stop talking about this life coach like that. Because that ain't what it's giving. That's all I got to say about that. Um, so Marlo brings up Mama Joyce from BravoCon. Now, Marlo says that Kandi needs to stop talking about her and worry about what's going on in her own house, okay? Because the streets are talking, and Mama Joyce is the streets, honey. That's what Marlo said, okay? So Sanya brings up her and Drew's issue. Now, let's be very clear. Last season, we knew that Sanya and Drew didn't really have no real life issues, okay? It really became about Sonya flip-flopping, okay? And she really didn't have no true real issue with Drew. We still trying to figure out to this day why you dislike Drew so much, okay? Because it was about her not really doing business and doing business. Then it was her saying that you was clout chasing, which she didn't tell no lies. You was definitely clout chasing when you went and grabbed Kenya and Candy. Let's just keep it a buck, okay? So, Sonya just really I really hope this is her last season. Cause girl, I really be trying to figure out where do you fit in at? Cause you don't know which side of the fence you want to be on, okay? Because I, I'm just over Sonya. I really am. So she brings up her issues. So Drew made a comment about her reaching pretty much for the issues or whatever they had last season at BravoCon when they did their panel. So she brought that up and she was saying that um I just put in my notes that they didn't really have no issues. That's the irritating thing about it. They didn't have no issues. They really didn't have no beef. Sonya wanted to create beef. That's what that was. Okay. So moving on. So Sheree says that Martell was ambushed and that she wants all of her friends to respect Martell. He's nice, he's funny, he's respectable, and what we see on his show is not what he is in real life. And I had to think to myself, girl, do you realize what you just said? That was a whole red flag in itself right there. Somebody that don't even know who Martell, that is a red flag right there. So you're telling us the clownery and the foolery that he do over there on his show that he get away with. He not doing that in real life. Yeah, I need you to, oh my God, like Lord, please turn on the light switch in Sheree's head because right now I am convinced that this lady is don't got no brain. I don't understand. I am so convinced that she has absolutely no brain up there. Okay. Cause girl, what? I said I was like, that is such a red flag for you to even say. And you want your friends to respect him? Now, for me, again, girl, what do you think that his show is on? Do you think it's just on YouTube or something that people not watching to see exactly what he's giving? Again, Sheree, I need you to stop. If we not done, we not stupid, and stop playing in our face. Anyway, moving on, because I put all kind of red flags in my notes for Sheree. Okay. Now Marlo then says that she wasn't here for Martell at first, but he is showing up for Sheree. And I'm just like, so because he's showing up when I'm pretty sure Sheree's asking him to, he's now a good fit for Sheree. Well, listen, they are a good fit for each other because they both just don't got it. Okay. They elevator do not go all the way to the top floor. Okay. Let's be clear about that. All right, moving on. So we pan over to Drew and Ralph rock climbing, okay? And then in her confessional, she state that they are in a good place after talking to Dr. Ken and getting counseling and all of that kind of stuff. As we know, that's going to be changing. And so of course they start talking about her music career and what she wants for music, stating that her and Ralph connected with music, and I'm seeing that the music is not keeping y'all connected. So we see that that is going to be interrupted. Okay. Then they talk about Bravo Con and how the people was going up to Ralph at the Bravo Con, talk about gaslight me, gaslight me. I was like, oh, okay, okay, okay. Little strange, but whatever. Anyway, so then we move over to Kenya. Okay, now Kenya. Kenya. I gotta keep it all the way 100 with you. I would have thought that from what was that, season 10, season 11, whatever season it was, when Kenya was talking all rude to Shamia and stuff like that. Kenya, you are starting to give probably what you really give to these people, and I'm gonna need you to stop being so nasty to your employees. I really do. I need you to stop being so nasty because I don't care what nobody say. You was nasty on camera on purpose to these people, and that was not cool. Okay. Now we're gonna always talk about building people up and stuff like that. You can't be doing stuff like that on camera. That to me was nasty. And we gotta call it what it is. Team twirl team, whatever you are, that was nasty. Okay. She was hollering at her graphic designers. And listen, I understand that you pay these people, but for you to be talking to these people like that, uh-uh. Mm-mm. I wouldn't have been here for it. Okay. I mean, I don't care how much money you giving people. That don't give you the right to talk to people no kind of way like that. That was nasty. So that's just how I feel about that. Um, but anyway, Manetta calls her, FaceTimes her, or whatever the case may be. They talk about choreography because Kenya has been invited to dance and stuff at the game and stuff like that. Okay. And so then we pan over to Kandi and Don Juan. All right. And Candy's list of things or obligations or things that she had going on was quite interesting. Okay. It was very, very interesting to see her, hold on, y'all. To see her schedule because she has a lot going on. Like a lot going on. Chef Dundee, you have to have a switch in wiring for the light to come on. She by Sheree has neither. Now you right about that. What's going on, PN2 Ross? What's going on, Gabby? How are you? Talking about the man that she didn't mention your name at his magazine party. Child, that's why I say they giving mixed signals. He giving one thing on his show, she giving one thing. She lying to us like we don't, like some people don't watch this show. I was wondering, do you think it's a YouTube show or something? Because I don't get it. Um, I'm just confused. Hey Nikki P, hey Jamie, what's going on? So, Mayetta, well, let me back up. Let me back up. Let me back up. Let me back up. Okay, so Candy makes out this list of all the things that she has to do, and then she still has to, make time for Todd and his writing for what he's doing, his movie and stuff like that. Now, Candy mentions, of course, her Broadway play that did get canceled. but she has the piano lesson which premiered the Thursday before BravoCon or before everyone got to BravoCon. Okay, so it's like that Thursday. BravoCon started that Friday. So she had a lot of support. They showed Eva, they showed, I think it was Kenya and some other people in the pictures because they did support the premiere of Candy's play. Okay. So then Mayetta shows up and they start discussing Mama Joyce and what Mama Joyce had to say about Todd at BravoCon. Now listen, we honestly, I think we all can agree at this particular point. Candy and Todd are 9 years into their marriage. At this point, Candy, you been should have put your foot down when it comes to Mama Joyce. And that's just keeping her all the way 100. I don't care if you love Candy or not. Candy should have been to put her foot down about Todd and Candy because at this point you have no choice but to respect our marriage. If we've been 9 months, I'm sorry, not 9 months, 9 years into this thing. At this point, you're not gonna change that. So I need you got to put your foot down. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel about the whole situation when it comes to Mama Joyce. Like, we keep talking about this over and over and over again. My mama wouldn't have even felt comfortable speaking about Todd in front of all of those people like that. That's just what it would have been like. Mom, we can still, you can approach your mother respectfully in that sense. And I get it. A lot of people is like, you don't have to, but listen, you can most definitely approach the situation with respect. Absolutely. But set those boundaries. If you respect somebody, I mean, if you love somebody, you respect them. But sometimes we got to set those boundaries. Like, mama, you can't just be saying any and everything to the world about my husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the fact that Kayla was the one that called Todd and told Todd what was going on or sent to him the video, I felt was just like, that's just out of line, Mama Joyce. It's out of line. It's out of line. But again, I think you can check your mama very respectfully because if she wrong, she wrong. And we say it all the time. We say it about um other mothers on other shows. We say it all the time that, you know, and I get it. They say in their ways they're gonna say what they're gonna say, but I think you could still put that boundary up because Candy also revealed to us that she hadn't spoken to her mother since then. And she know why, and Mama Joyce know why. So I feel like again, that's a perfect opportunity for you to go ahead and put your foot down. What's up, Demond? For you to go ahead and put your foot down and let my mama know what time it is with respect. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So they discuss all of that, and Candy then states that her mom is gonna have to respect her marriage. And I feel like that too, again, because you are 9 years into this situation and y'all have been through a lot. I don't really think that setting a boundary is something that we can miss in this in a family. You know what I'm saying? Um, but child, it's just crazy. It's crazy. Okay. So then we get to Drew and Ralph. Okay. I noticed that there's a shift, and y'all remember the allegations that came out months ago about Drew and her alleged chef and uh 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 babysitter and all of that kind of stuff. Y'all remember that. So I thought that seeing another chef in her scenes were pretty interesting. But anyway, Courtney is coming over, and listen, y'all, I have tweeted this and I'm gonna say it out of my mouth. I don't like Courtney. She is so annoying. OMG. That lady is annoying. Okay. I don't know where they found her at, but I'm gonna need them to bounce back and give her back where she came from because she's irritating. She is irritating. Anyway, she shows up with her baby daddy, and I would like to say the production is very shady, okay? Because I think they put Courtney's ex something ex lover or something like that. They put on there. It was petty, whatever it was. So before Courtney them arrive, Candace calls Drew and lets Drew know that she would like for her to be her guest since Shamari is not able to come and perform with her. Shout out to Candace being on tour and getting a cameo in this particular episode via FaceTime and in person or whatever. So Drew is very excited about it. So she invites all of the ladies. Courtney comes over with her ex boyfriend, baby daddy, and all of that, right? Now, Courtney does have some beautiful girls. I will say that, but y'all mama is annoying. I'm just letting y'all know that. But anyway, we find out that Bryce and Drew was in the movie together. Okay, so Drew, now this was very confusing to me. So Drew makes a phone call to Kandi to invite Kandi to the performance, right? So when she FaceTimes her, she then goes over and shows Courtney to Kandi. And so Kandi was like, "Girl, you called me like to tell me like why?" I don't like that girl. Now we do know that Drew was not at Ross's birthday party, but Ralph told Drew what happened afterwards because she said she saw what went on in the blogs. So Drew, that was real messy. So if production asked you to do that, girl, you are most definitely production's puppet in that moment. Because you did exactly what they probably told you to do was to call Kandi and show that lady. But you knew good and well that Kandi don't like that lady. And that was petty. Okay. Because Drew knew. I didn't know it was like, yeah, you did. You did. You did. Because if somebody say get ready to headbutt somebody, you mean to tell me you don't know? And the way that Ralph told you, you knew what time it was, Drew. That was so messy. So I don't know if production told her to do that or if she just decided to do it. But that was that was messy and petty. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So they had these conversations and child. We get to a scene where Marlo explaining things with her nephew, and they talk about this life coach again and how she's supposed to be doing better. Again, I feel like Marlo won't need to keep hearing about this life coach because it's just a life coach. And again, no shade to no life coach or nothing like that, but you need resources and things to help you. So you need to go seek real therapy. Okay. And when we're getting ready to talk about you being triggered at the end of this episode, is a firm reason why you need to go seek real therapy. Okay. I'm just keeping it all the way 100 when it comes to her. So now we get a scene from Candace. Okay, they are in rehearsal and Drew, she's letting Drew know how the show gonna go. Her manager's letting her know what time it is and stuff like that. And she's very excited about it. Which I was happy for the both of them, and I'm pretty excited about their song. It dropped yesterday, I think, didn't it? So I need to go listen to it. It dropped yesterday, I think. But anyway, so remember she invited all of the ladies to the show. And so shout out to Candace. I do like some of Candace's song. Okay. I do like some of Candace's songs. So um they're rehearsing. Okay, so now we get to the show. All right. So we see a cameo from Dr. Heavenly. Mangetta shows up, King shows up, Sanger shows up, Marlo shows up. I don't really think they showed Courtney showing up on camera, but we do see that she is at the table with all of the ladies, right? So, you know, Sanya is just really fake in my opinion. Um, I can't with Sanya. She gets to the table and she was like, well, how's everyone with Marlo? Now, from what I saw, everybody kind of spoke to Marlo when she came in the room. So I didn't see the real big issue as to what it was. Marlo said, hello, ladies, as dry as her hello, ladies was. Everybody else's response back to her was just as dry. I feel like you give whatever energy you come with. You came with energy that was on like shady petty type energy, and they reciprocated it and gave it back to you the same way. So it's just what it is, Marlo. Like I don't really be understanding what she want from people. People give you what you give to them. And that's just how I feel about it when it comes to Marlo. What's up, Brittany? How are you? Hey, Valerie Spencer, how are you? Okay, so um now Drew gets up and they ask about why Sheree isn't there, and they say Sheree is under the weather. Now, mind you, Sheree did say in her confessional that Flop Drew or something like that. She called her something, which I felt like you gonna be shady. You had no intentions on coming to this, and I think you just need to woman up. But we are remembering who Sheree actually really is, because when somebody asks her about it, she gonna stutter about it and not give no real answer about it, no way. So I just felt like you was being shady. You had no intentions on showing up, and you should just kept it all the way 100 about it and let it be what it is. But anyway, she said she was under the weather. Yeah, girl, whatever. So Drew I mean, Candace does a set, and then Drew comes out. And Drew Bravo is shady because they play all of the ladies pretty much confessionals, stating that all Drew got was a wow, 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 wow. And it was like 43 seconds long. Now they're feeling like, how did you invite us to this show and you only were on stage for 43 seconds or whatever the case may be? Now, I get what Drew, and it honestly, to be completely honest, in support of Candace and Drew, I feel like it was just dope for y'all to be there regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, she was a part of a set, you're supporting your friend, regardless of if she had one woe or a whole bunch of woes in the song. I feel like y'all should have just been there to support your friend and just let that be what it was. You know what I'm saying? But it's a little cute shade in the confessional about the performance, whatever. So, um, we see Chris, but we also see Ralph give Drew flowers, and then we also see Chris give Candace flowers, and we see them on camera. We learn about their relationship and all of that kind of stuff. Hey, Teresa West, how are you? How are you? So all of the ladies then enter to the back. I guess this is like the back. I don't know what it is, but it was a lot that actually went on in this particular scene, right? So first we have Kenya asking why, there was such a small amount in the performance or whatever the case may be. And so Drew explains that she was just really here to support um uh Candace or whatever the case may be. So then Kenya brings up that Sanya gave Drew a standing ovation, honey. Yes, like, oh my God, she did so good. But you was still being shady in your confessional, Sanya, which is definitely giving flip-flopping vibes because again, you do not have any real issues with Drew Sidora. Like, when somebody can tell me what the real issue is between you and Drew, then cool. But you have no real beef with her. And it always just comes off so flip floppy when y'all go back and forth. And I think this makeup stuff is so fake. Okay. I'm just keeping it all the way 100. This y'all hugging and making up is so, so, so fake. Okay. It is so fake. But anyway, so Sanya says that she was triggered by what Drew said about her at BravoCon or whatever. So Drew then comes back with, "Oh, you unfollowed me." when I put out my merch. And so saying says, "Well, girl, I didn't know about your merch. I really unfollowed you after the reunion when you did all the hair flipping." And I was just like, "Girl, what's your beef for real? Because we can't find it. You have no real issue with Drew. You don't." So anyway, um, that was really bothering me because they have no beef. She gets up, they hug and all of this kind of stuff, and I feel like that's just fake because I feel like a few episodes down the way, y'all gonna be right back into it again. That's just how I feel about that. Sanya, I really hope this her last season because I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. So anyway, um, okay, so Candy confronts Courtney about what she said to Sanya, that she brought up that Candy brought the hood and the ghetto out to the crowd or to the people. She brought the hood ghetto people to the crowd. Whatever. I think that is so, like, why are we talking about that? I girl, what? She then says, I didn't say that because I am from the hood. I can show you pictures. My family is hood. And like, girl, I want you off our TV screens. You are annoying. Okay. Because what I don't like for you to do is you try to pick at Candy and then you want to try to act like you the victim by saying you hood, you come from the hood, you lived in the hood or whatever the case. Girl, shut up with that. Shut up with that. Why is this even a topic of discussion about the hood? Like, and you and Candy are really beefing over you saying that. Like, girl, stop saying it. Stop saying that. Why are you going around having conversations with people about the hood and about the ghetto and about you, Candy, bringing out the ghetto and hood? I think that is so dumb. But anyway, girl, you're annoying. So, um, I just didn't like that whole situation. Now, Kenya says that Courtney is coming off aggressive. Now, what I do have to agree with in that moment is you can tell that she likes to pick at Candy because she sees that Candy is triggered by this. And she mentions that, "Oh, you're so triggered. You're so triggered. You're so triggered." Girl, you know you triggering me because why is this a thing? Why is this a thing? Good morning. I watched the show just so I could come in. Oh, what's up, Pam? I haven't watched RHOA since Nene left. I know, huh? A lot of people have said that. A lot of people have said that. She is the queen, and I said what I said. There's no Nene slander over here, and the people know it. Okay, the people know it. No Lenithia slander. Okay. Okay. So where was I? Okay, yeah. So Kenya says that Courtney was aggressive because it's like she keep picking at Candy. She keep trying to start something because she know that irritates Candy or whatever the case may be. Now, again, I feel like that is what she's doing. She wants to trigger Candy, but the girl is annoying. She's annoying. Moving on. Now Sonya brings up, "Oh, well, since we in the spirit of um squashing beefs and stuff like that, let's talk about uh Marlo and Manetta." Do y'all know what I did? I didn't take not a now no on that because I feel like whatever Manetta and whatever Manetta and Marlo beef is going to be. They gonna beef quite naturally because of Candy and Marlo. And we just gonna keep it all the way 100, right? Manetta has a loyalty to Candy, and it's just not really gonna always go well. But she talks about her friendship with Candy and all of that stuff. And to me, again, that was irrelevant because we kind of already know how that's gonna go, period. Okay. Um, so Drew then asked about what happened at Blaze, okay? Another incident. Now we find out that again, this incident was brought up again last episode. The producers broke the fourth wall, the same the same Eric that broke the fourth wall when it came to Candace and Giselle. But during breaking this fourth wall, they had already asked, are we going to address the elephant in the room, which was about the powing that happened down at Blaze, right? So Candy and Ty let us know that they couldn't really speak on it because it was a legal issue. Okay. So Drew brings it back up. You can most definitely tell that Drew was tiptoeing around it and that now Marlo did say that Drew was a little afraid, and you can actually tell by her demeanor in the scene. You could tell by her demeanor in the scene that she was a little afraid to say what it was. Now we gonna get into Marlo's live, okay? We're gonna watch that little live where she tries to explain what happened at the end of the episode. But um in my notes, I really did put that you can tell the producers put Drew up to asking her. And so Candy says that, we good. Everything is good. It's not a matter that we can really discuss. You know what I'm saying? So then Marlo goes off and, oh well, I'm about to go, ladies, because we can't talk about what's going on with Candy. But if it was me and this happened at the archive, they would really want to talk about it. They would want to talk about it. They would always want to talk about it. So Marlo was like, "Oh, Drew, you talking about the shooting down that happened at Blaze?" And so, Candy is delivering the same energy. Like I said, you give what you get. I mean, you get what you give. Okay. And so Candy gave the same energy. Well, girl, let's talk about when you sliced that girl upside her face. Okay, let's talk about that. You want to talk about something? Let's talk about that. Okay. And you can tell again that Candy was very irritated and annoyed at how that whole scene played out. Now, again, Drew and Marlo are talking in the back. Now, they had rap production for the day. Okay, so production had rap. However, this was another. I guess you can kind of say that the fourth wall was broken again with the production camera because there was still a production crew member that was catching Marlo and Drew going back and forth, right? So Marlo is saying that she didn't like the fact that Drew didn't say that it was a shooting, considering that they saw it all over the news and stuff. And because her nephew had unfortunately got unalived by his roommate down at his apartment, and sh- she's trying to correlate it with Candy needing to give her sympathy because of the fact that he used to work for Candy. Now, listen, I'ma say this, Marlo, you let production play you in that moment. You honestly let production play you. You acted a fool on camera and you let them play you in that moment. Because what they honestly showed in that moment was something that you did not let us know. You made it seem as though he was still currently working for Candy at the moment that he got unalive. Come to find out, he wasn't even working there. So this is why I say what you did just didn't land so well, and you let production play you, girl. You let them play you right in your face because they showed uh never before seen footage where Marlo, I guess, was at Candy's house explaining what took place. She's stating that she had already texted Candy and Candy was acting like she didn't remember. But oh, absolutely. Absolutely, just simply. This is why I say I can't with Marlo because Marlo really showed her tail and she started blowing up on Drew, and it wasn't necessary. Like, it was not necessary at all. Because I'm trying to figure out how are you getting upset with me because I didn't say shooting? Now, I just got a question. For somebody that is commonly maybe dealing with a situation like this, it would seem like the word shooting would be a bit more triggering than someone not saying shooting and saying incident. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I would think that that would be the case. Again, I don't know what you really wanted from Candy, considering that your nephew was no longer working for Candy at the time that this happened. And I feel like if she gave you, the production showed the text messages. So it wasn't that you made it seem like yet again she didn't acknowledge it any type of way. And you also made it seem like he was still currently working for Candy at the very moment that he unfortunately got unalive. And that's not what it was. Again, not discrediting the fact that your nephew lost his life, unfortunately, to a pow powing, but it didn't happen at Blaze. And it just didn't happen. So I'm not understanding where your trigger really came from. I think your trigger really came from the fact that you maybe have not seek the proper help in healing in the areas that you need to heal in when it comes to that specifically as well. Okay. And I'm just keeping it all the way 100. Like, you really need to seek therapy for the issues that you have going on, because what you do is you let it overflow with everybody else's issue that you have, because there should have never been these two issues conflating with each other, in my opinion. I could be wrong for thinking that way, but I don't think that these two issues should have ever been compared. What do y'all feel about it? I don't feel like the issue should have been compared. We are going to watch her live, though. We're most definitely going to watch her live. I want to see. Okay, so we have 44 votes. I asked in the chat, do you all think that Marlo is reaching? Or did she well, I actually asked, do you think she is overreacting, and do you feel that she is reaching? 95%, well, there's 44 votes, 95% of the people said yes, they do, and 10% said no. So for me, again, I feel like Marlo is most definitely reaching. And I also feel like she shouldn't have got online trying to defend herself, because when she did it, it made her look as if um made her look nuts. Let's just put it that way. Let's see. Hold on. Let me. And she's talking about the fact that she's so real. I don't see how Marlo is so real. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find this live. I don't want to play the whole thing. Okay, here it is. Um, Shout out to Logger Curves for catching this. I hope I'm saying that right. Um, for catching Marlo's live on Instagram, where she went to try to explain what happened. And again, I feel like Marlo is just I can't get it. I can't get it. Um Hi Chef. What's up, LTV production? Doesn't seem like Marlo was close to her nephew, because her mom had to tell her he worked at OLG according to the text, not seeing how she is that heartbroken. I agree. I agree. And I don't see how she's so triggered. Like, the trigger, it just doesn't make sense why you so triggered, sis. And you triggered at the wrong thing. Like, am I the only one that thinks that way? You are honestly triggered at the wrong thing. Oh wait, let me redo this. Okay, let me share my screen. So I want y'all to hear Marlo's response for how she acted, or how she behaved in that moment. And again, I feel like it wasn't necessary. Um, okay, let me remove this thumbnail, and okay, let's go.
Oh, let me hold it up. I got this phone in my hair looking up food. Hey guys, who's out there? Hey Hamptons. Listen, y'all, real quick before Watch What Happy
Wait,
Lives come on. Y'all got
Watch What Happened Lives. Um, Marlo called her people the Hamptons. Oh, okay.
Definitely go there and tune in because I'm on tonight with Jordan. So real quick, I know y'all like, what the hell is going on with Marlo? Why was she yelling at Drew? So just to clear this stuff up, do y'all remember? And let's get on here and not be biased. Hear me out. I'm gonna just tell y'all where I'm coming from, and I'm gonna let y'all get your notebook, pens. Hi, tight Newt. You're gonna know where I'm coming from. You're gonna listen. So
Well, I want to let you know, no one is taking notes on what you getting ready to say. Because what you getting ready to say now is going to be different from later on down the road. And we already know that. Let's keep going.
y'all remember last week when Kandi and Todd was at our Blaze? And do y'all remember when our producer stepped in and said, "Hey, we're not gonna address the elephant in the room"? Remember when her nephew came in with the cast on? Y'all remember that, right? Okay. So now let's go back to this week's episode. So we're all in the winery in the back. There was another episode. I mean, there was another elephant in the room. The producer said, "Hey, there's an elephant in the room. None of y'all gonna bring it up." Y'all, every single person was scared to bring it up. And Drew, I give her props. She was the only one that had courage to bring.
Okay, my issue is here. You're saying that everybody was afraid to bring it up, but why you didn't bring it up if everybody was afraid to bring it up besides you? That's what I was confused about. Like, what? Anyway.
bring it up. But when she brought it up, Drew said, um, "Y'all can really tell if you look at it. The incident that happened, girl, this was on the news. There was a shooting at Candy's restaurant. Blaze was on the news, but poor Drew was so scared, and she was the only one with enough courage to say. And I mean, when I tell y'all, Kenya,
Honestly, Marlo, you still look like a fool trying to explain this. You know why? Because you're saying that Drew was the only one that felt brave enough in that moment. But if you were so triggered, why you didn't bring it up? Yo, Marlo is fake too, yo.
yeah, everybody looked at that girl like, "We don't be quiet. This is Queen Candy. We don't talk about anything negative that happens to her." So that triggered me, y'all. It really did. It took me back to where my nephew, who used to work with Candy, who used to work for Candy at Old Lady Gang, he got shot and killed. I called Candy, reached out to Candy, told her about it. And to me, I didn't get the acknowledgement I wanted from her. She didn't.
Did y'all hear what she just said? She didn't get the acknowledgement that she wanted from her. Again, Marlo, Candy has no obligation because that young man, unfortunately, did not work for her at the time. Like, and from what I understand, they saying he got fired. I'm not understanding what you want Candy to do. It's not her obligation. So you're upset for an expectation that you expected that you didn't receive, girl. I can't with Marlo.
Acknowledge it. Then, as you see, I went into her home a day or two later, and she had as if I never even texted her about it. So to me, it's all about the acknowledgement. It's about if it was Marlo, let me tell you this, it had been Marlo. I get it. I get incident sounds better than shooting. But don't you think defending myself sounds better than me stabbing somebody or cutting somebody?
Girl, what? Girl, they gave you this peach and I just don't know. Girl, what? What are you defending yourself in? What? Girl, you want Candy to talk about something that she has already told y'all time and time again. She can't talk about it at that particular time because it was a legal matter. Girl, you starting to make me mad. For real, Marlo. Like, girl, oh, my head is just just banging. It's just, ugh, girl.
I'm confused. But this my friend now. This is my friend who tried to get me a TV show. This is my friend who referred me to an agent. This is my friend. So if I call you and tell you my blood nephew, my sister's firstborn, was shot and murdered that used to work for you. He didn't work for you 10 years ago. He just worked for you. I mean, his death has been 2 years now, but he had just was still working for you less than damn 5 or 6 months ago. And you're not gonna say, girl, I'm gonna send
Girl, it's the
flowers. I'm sorry to hear
timeline
that,
for me.
sis. Let me send a platter from old lady. Come on. I mean, how do you not acknowledge that?
Girl.
So do y'all get
Yeah,
where I'm
she
coming
does
from?
expect things that she
Do
is
you
not
so
willing
any
to give
questions you
either.
have, ask. Because I want y'all to really be clear on why I was yelling. That shit triggered me. It triggered me to where here we go again. We sit here. If it's anything negative with Kandi, it cannot be discussed. It won't be discussed. But let it be something negative with Marlo.
Now, girl, I'm not the biggest Candy fan, and y'all know that. But that ain't true. That ain't true. This happens to be one issue that she can't discuss. And y'all all of a sudden want to say Candy don't share nothing. She ain't. Candy has been sharing her life, what goes on in her marriages, the businesses, even on Old Lady Gang. She did address some of the issues that she's having with the businesses. So I'm a little confused, Marlo. Like, y- you want something that you're not willing to give people in a friendship. I don't understand that. I've never understood that. Like, you're wanting something that you don't give. So she wanted the repass to be at Old Lady Gang or Blaze, Old Lady Gang. I mean, girl, you wanted her to have a celebration of life or something at Old Lady Gang. Marlo, you're,
Hello,
uh,
it's going to be discussed. It's no way in hell if this would have
girl,
happened at La Archive. If Candy nephew worked at La Archive and there was a shooting,
is the archive really like a bit? Why are we comparing this to the archive? Because is people showing up to the archive like that? And is the archive really in the big? Like, we not about to do that, Marlo. We not about to do that. Come on, girl. Why are we comparing this to something that, girl?
at La Archive, but they said, oh, the incident that happened at La Archive, y'all know that they would have been negative with me. So it is what it is. So I can't make y'all change y'all the way you feel. I don't know how you feel. I just want y'all to know. And that's why I yelled at Drew. Wait, was that somebody at my door? Okay. So you check
It
and
was
see if it's
stupid for
somebody.
you to yell at Drew, and
So
Drew
that's
was the
just where I'm
first
coming
person
from
to
now.
bring it
I'm
up.
not gonna stay
Like,
on too long, but I
girl, what
wanted
does that
y'all
say
just to
about you?
understand that. It's just what's good for the goose is good for the geese. And at the end of the day, what someone said on here, I'm very sorry that happened to you and your family. Thank you. Why are you bringing it up now? Why am I bringing it up now? Because y'all, listen. The only reason I'm bringing it up now is because Drew brought it up. Drew said incident was a trigger. Her nephew shot at one of her restaurants. My nephew that used to work at Old Lady Gang shot. Not at her restaurant. Now, my nephew was not shot at her restaurant. Let's be clear. But he used to work for her.
How is incident a trigger for you, girl? You are trying to validate how you're feeling in this moment when you just need to tell Candy, yo, my feelings was hurt because you didn't approach the situation like I expected or wanted you to approach it. But for you to do this, I this right here, I cannot rock with. I cannot rock with it. I feel like, again, if you got that issue with Candy, girl, this is my issue, Candy, and let that be that. You're always looking for something. You be reaching, sis. You be trying to give Marlo a chance. You be really trying to give Marlo a chance, and she just comes with reaching and reaching and reaching.
He was shot and murdered. And it was just the acknowledgement. It's the acknowledgement. Acknowledge your nephew's incident. Acknowledge my nephew's incident. You don't never acknowledge shit. That's the problem. Acknowledge it. Just acknowledge it. I'm sorry. Shit happens. You have a lot of good things that happen in your life, but bad shit happens as well. Oh my God. And I mean, it just kills me because it's share your reality. Your reality is not always just happy things, Kandi. It's not. Share your reality.
Do we like, girl? Are we watching the same show? Because Candy does share stuff that's not always happy. The issue she has going on with Mama Joyce and Todd, that's not a happy issue. The issue going on with Todd and Candy, girl, are we watching the same show? Girl, Marlo is always reaching, yo. She is always reaching. She is always reaching.
I'm feel really bad right now. You know what? Marlo nephew is working for me. He just got killed. My nephew.
Yo, no shade, no shade, no shade when I say this, Marlo, but you can't make somebody feel bad about something like that. I'm sorry, but you cannot make somebody feel bad about something like that. Because what you trying to do is make it sound like, and you're insinuating that what happened at Blaze restaurant is what happened to your nephew, and I'm not liking it. The insinuation and the reaching, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. I will be triggered if I was Candy too when you talking about this stuff, because the way you trying to paint the picture, the way you trying to paint the narrative, it ain't cool. And that's why Andy was even confused last night on Watch What Happens Live. Girl, you reaching. You reach. You reach, and sis. You reach. You're lying.
Was at
Can't make
work. We
nobody
had a
do that.
shooting there. Share your reality. It's just not always, it's not fair because we all have ups and downs. And I give my all. I give my everything.
I want you to stop saying that too. Because there's some parts of your life that you do not give to Marlo. Like, yo, Marlo is good at trying to pretend like she is always innocent, and I am not here for it. Like, your peach is drying up, sis.
Y'all know that. Since I've been here, I don't lie about shit. I give y'all everything. Oh my God. Watch What Happens Live on yet? Not yet. It's about to come on. Turn to it, you guys. It's on. So I just wanted y'all to know that. I just wanted to clear that up because I know y'all like, what the heck? Why she was yelling?
That still don't clear up now.
It's called Being Real. Yeah, it is called Being Real. Oh, Jordan is so cute. Are y'all watching it now?
Okay, so that's pretty much what Marlotta had to say about that situation. Right. I'm really trying to paint the picture on why we are trying to paint this. And again, it's the insinuation of the narrative that she's trying to paint by trying to make it seem like what happened at Blaze is tied or has something to do with what her nephew, because that's how the viewers took it. That's how the viewers took it, and that's what you really wanted the viewers to run with. And I don't like that. I don't like that. The two do not correlate at all. The two do not correlate at all, and that's just the unfortunate thing about it. Marlo, you give exploitation of your family issues and trauma. We still don't know who you are. Absolutely, and we really don't know what you do for a living. Girl, you've been on this show for years. Marlo can't do this. Like, yo, we all still confused, Ashley. We all still confused. What are you giving? This reminds me of Karen and Sharice's situation and Jackie and Brooke situation. I just, yeah, you trying to correlate and make things match that just don't match at all. And again, I don't like the insinuation because again, you're trying to insinuate again what happened at Blaze happened to your nephew or some sort like that. And I just don't like the delivery of what you're doing. I don't like that. I don't like it. So Marlo is talking to Drew. She blows up on Drew. And I still again am confused as to how you blow up on Drew when Drew was the one brave enough to ask the question about what happened. Like, I, I'm confused, especially if you say she was the only one that was brave enough to bring it up, and I'm still trying to figure out why you wasn't brave enough to bring it up. If you want to talk about it so bad, you so triggered, you should have said what doesn't trigger you, shooting, and which I'm still confused about that. So you would have approached the situation by saying what happened down at the shooting at the Blaze restaurant, and that wouldn't be triggering, girl. What? Marlo is off. Marlo is definitely off, and that's just the best way I can put it. She is off. Her and Sheree are just off. She is a rookie coming from the HBIC. She needs to focus on branding herself because she's unlikable. I agree. There's a lot of people that do not like Marlo. Um, like when her house was robbed, she couldn't discuss exactly, Chrislyn. I now that's a good point. That is a good point. That's a good point. And we still confused about that robbery. I'm just keeping it a book. We ain't really got the solid story about that robbery. And listen, Sheree and Marlo are the two people that always want something from someone that they are not willing to give. And that bothers me about Sheree because it's Sheree been doing that for years. Marlo too. Y'all look for something that y'all aren't willing to give to other people. Just like y'all cut that scene of Kandi saying that last season. Y'all want me to be a friend, but y'all not a friend to me. I don't understand. Y'all expect so much from Kandi that y'all don't even really give to yourself and to the people that are in your close circle. And these are your coworkers. So, like, girl, I can't with Marlo. Can this peach listen? Like I said, that peach drying up, honey. The peach is drying up. Marlo is a special case. Yeah, I can't with Marlo. Marlo has really, honestly, put a really bad taste in my mouth because, girl, last season it was you and the nephews. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that, right? Because I feel like as someone who now that's a situation that triggers me. Okay, talking about them nephews because I have been bounced around from foster home to foster home until finally adopted. And I will tell you one thing, that is something that you don't want to put that on someone else or a possibility of being on someone else, which is why I don't understand why she did her nephews the way that she did. But you always want to bring up that you were a foster child. Like I don't, I that to me is is more of a trigger than someone saying there was a shooting, like or an incident. Girl, come on now, like where's your mind? And again, life coach, no shade to life coaches. Get your coin, please. Please get your coin. But girl, you really need to seek therapy. And I need you to add your nephew in this incident that happened. Oh, excuse me. I don't want to trigger you. This shooting that happened with your nephew. Because again, I think shooting is more triggering. I really do. You need to go seek therapy about it. That's just bottom line what it is. If it makes you feel that way and you get triggered on camera like that, I can only imagine how you are acting behind the cameras or behind the scenes. Get some help, Marlotta. Get some help, Marlotta. I think Marlo pulled a Bishop Whitehead with the robbery. Oh my god. It triggers me also, Chef. I'm adopted too, and I cannot and don't watch her with them. Yeah, I can't. You can't use that and then wanna talk to this is one thing that I don't like. You can't talk to and mentor people who have been through the foster care system if you told your nephews to get the F out as if they honestly went to a better living condition. That's not what that was. And that of all things should be triggering to you before anyone saying anything about a shooting. I'm just keeping it all the way 100 because we're going to keep it a bug. You didn't know that your nephew worked for Kandi until your mama told you? Like, yo, again, the way Marlo is delivering things, I can't rock with it. I really can't. Kandi been on the show for 13, 14 years. We know her whole life at that point. Yeah, I agree. Kandi has given us a whole lot more than Marlo. She did it because she couldn't handle it. I just Mm-mm, mm-mm. You add more trauma onto those children, and I don't like that. You add more trauma knowing their situation, knowing that their mother is, and even now, let me just say this, and I'm quite sure this is more triggering to the boys now, especially for them getting older. Their mother is out and have not seen them or haven't been around their mother. That is not something that you really want to play with. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I can only imagine how they feel and what they are honestly going through. And so for her to add on top of that, it just ain't a good look for me. I don't like it. I can't do it. A shooting in general is triggering. People are getting shot on a daily. Just going to the grocery store or going to church. You know what I'm saying? So we can't play with that type of stuff, and that's why I say I don't understand how incident was a trigger before shooting was. But girl, go off, okay? Go off. Okay, y'all. So anyway, that was the review for the episode. Um, just in my opinion, Sheree and Marlo probably gonna get ate up the entire season again. Marlo is back on that list. Same for Sheree. Sheree is definitely on that list with this giving this line stuff with Martell. Like he don't do the stuff that he do over there on his show. Girl, is that not a red flag to you? It's a red flag to us. Girl, nice try. Um, Let's see. Kandi, y'all is irritating Kandi. Okay, y'all is most definitely irritating Kandi. Now I see what she's saying. Everybody's coming for her this season. Um, Kenya, again, I'm liking Kenya, but I do not like that how she talked to her employees. Whether I don't like that, especially not in front of the camera. I didn't like that at all. I feel like that's belittling to your employees. Although we couldn't see them and they were on the other side of the phone, I felt like that was very much so unfair to put on TV like that. Which, if you do it on TV, I can kind of only imagine how you talk to them behind the scenes, and I don't think that's cool. I really don't. I really don't. Teresa West, red flag. Yeah, it's a red flag for her to be saying that he don't whatever he do on his show is not his real personality. Sheree, that is bull stuff, and that should be a red flag for you, girl. That is so dumb for you to say, too. That is so dumb for you to say. Maybe, girl, I don't. Sheree and making my head hurt. Um, Courtney, I want her to go. I do. I want her to go. I want her to go. I want her to go. I'm very much so uninterested in her, uninterested in what she's bringing to the group. Girl, bye. I really hope this is Sanya's last season of Either get it together, sign it, or stop talking about your friendship with Drew because you don't really have no reason to be beefing with Drew at this point. You really don't. Marlotta definitely disrespected Drew because she didn't have to holler at Drew like that. And yeah, that was pretty much the episode. Um, yeah, that was pretty much the episode, y'all. So, stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll be doing Summer House. I know I haven't done the first 3 episodes. We gonna start on episode 3 when I do my reviews. Okay, we're gonna do that, and then I'll catch every episode after that, and we'll do those on Tuesdays. Then on Wednesdays, you guys know that we'll do what is it called? College Hill. Oh, let me just put this back up here to help me. Um. Okay. So this will be the schedule. Okay. So Real Housewives of Atlanta will definitely be on Mondays. Summer House, Martha's Vineyard on Tuesdays. College Hill on Wednesdays. Weekly Hot Topic season 2 is coming back, starting this Thursday and every Thursday. Every Thursday an episode will drop for that one, and then we're gonna do Young, Famous, and African. If you're not watching that, that's on Netflix. It is really, really good. Bell Collective will be on Saturdays, and then Trending Topics will be on Sundays. We will continue our part 2 of Cora Jakes versus Michelle. Um, Now here's what I'll say. Let me put the picture on the screen here really quick. So I want to be fair. I definitely want to be fair. Hold on. Okay, so I did a story on them yesterday where I talked about how Michelle was kind of manipulated into the whole her son Jason uh being adopted by Cora, and how that really, really started and how that rooted, right? So we'll have part 2 this coming up Sunday, and we'll have a special guest, Miss Catrice. Okay. Uh will be joining us on Sunday because she really does have the inside scoop. She has had conversations with Michelle, and so we are going to talk about that. That part 2 will be live on Sunday, so you guys can join us because we got to get this story out. Because I just found out something else about this that I'm not too happy with, and I'm going to drop that on Sunday. So you guys definitely don't want to miss that. I guess you can call it a little mini docu series or whatever you want to call it, but I do need Michelle's story to get out. Okay, I do need her story to get out. Okay, and then so that's gonna be on Sundays. We're gonna do that. You know, I guess maybe because it's a lot of information, and we didn't get through the whole video because I think the video is like an hour. So we'll continue on this Sunday and probably next Sunday, and then we'll probably be done with that. But we do want to get that story out there because we do also have to get into their response. If you guys are not watching Bell Collective, please get into Bell Collective. I know everybody is having issues with Carlos King right now, but this is a really good show, so I do encourage you guys to check it out. Young, Famous, and African. Listen, I say that you guys have to really get into this show, but you do have to watch season 1. I really feel like you have to watch season 1 before you go into season 2 of this particular show. Okay. Number one, so that you can know the connections that they have. Because the connections make sense in season 2. So make sure you check out season 1 and season 2. I think season 1 has like 7 episodes and season 2 has 9 episodes. So check that out. College Hill, they release a new episode every Thursday. We're on episode 3. I will be reviewing episode 1, 2, and 3 this coming up Wednesday. And then well, actually, yeah, that's how I'll do it. And then we'll start them weekly after that. Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much for adhering to these church announcements. All right. Um, with I think we can do the benediction and get up out of here until we meet again. Um, until we meet again. No, I'm just playing. We'll be dropping videos here and there throughout with some of the hot topics or some of the things that are going on in the news. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to exit out on the season 2 teaser trailer of Hot Topics with Chef Don Don. And let me go ahead and tell y'all a secret. Can y'all get close? Can y'all get close? Get close. Get close. Get close. Get closer. Get closer. Get closer. Y'all, this will be my first time getting my hair done in a year, okay? Don't talk about me, don't judge me. But when I get on this camera, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. So anyway, the episode for Thursday's hot topics with Chef Don Don, I will be on camera, honey, with a fresh fix on the hair, okay? With a fresh fix on the hair, period. Okay, y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. Okay, listen, y'all. I'm finna go. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Real Housewives of Atlanta review for season 15, episode 3. A Star is Reborn, and y'all get on out of here with this teaser trailer. Peace, y'all.